I think we should be streaming. We'll see, though. Let me get this guy opened up real quick, because I need the link. I don't know, we'll see how things go, I guess. Okay. Okay. Copy that real quick so I have the whole message and I can just post it on Twitter real quick. Okay. Alright. Alright. Give it a second here. Okay. Got everything ready to go. Huh. Just be saying he's seeing a black screen. Let me see. No, I'm definitely streaming. Oh, great, and I accidentally opened up Premiere. Oh, okay, never mind. He needed to reload it, I was going to say. But now I have to close Adobe Premiere, so that's great. So give me a second, and I know that everybody's always like, oh, you're too quiet when I'm doing that, but I'm not looking at the screen when I'm looking at my computer, because right now my the monitor is the thing I'm using for the game, so that way I don't have as much input lag. Alright, let's open up Twitch. Okay. Let's move the keyboard a little bit so I can actually see the chat. I'd really like if Twitch didn't just auto-play some random person's stream, but whatever. Okay. Actually, for once, the volume seems fine at the moment. Oh, okay. Well, that's really funny considering I'm probably going to be, you know, getting closer to the mic. Alright, I hear you, I hear the game, I hear the heartbeat of the universe, I hear the ocean and the seashell. I'm not actually sure what you're referencing with those latter two lines, but alright. But yeah, anyways, hello, welcome back. We're playing Xenoblade 2 again. It's been a couple weeks, but that's not too atypical. I know Xenoblade 1 would have, like, gaps between certain episodes, and that's just because it's a big RPG, and I'm not always in the mood to play a big RPG. But, you know, let me see what this guy has to say real quick. Black pomegranate. Oh, okay, see, there's just Van Damme messing with this kid by giving him a fucking shitty fruit. It's usually just a good idea to talk to people, just because it gives you affinity with the colony / the town. Let's see... I'm not gonna read the lines of dialogue out when they're like that, because I don't think they're that... I guess I could. It just feels like there's a lot of... Like, I'm not sure how interesting it is. I'm not referencing anything. I'm just being silly. Oh, I see. A mercenary never knows when death is gonna claim him. I guess even the leader of the Garfon mercenaries is no exception. Van Damme was a fine man, a strong fighter and a charismatic leader, but death came for him all the same. Think I have time to hang around feeling depressed? If you're gonna fill his shoes, you got work to do. That goes for all of us. All we can do now is keep moving forward. I guess that's fair. I'm not sure how you deal with that kind of situation, honestly, but hey, you doing alright? Me, I still can't believe the old guy's copped it. But that's enough moping for me. That's no way to behave in front of our new boss now, is it? I really feel like I don't count as a boss, considering all I'm doing is just telling my blades to go places. Doing lots of helping out, all good training to become a driver. Once I'm a driver, I'm gonna go visit all sorts of mercenary bands. That way, I'll get to travel all over Allrest. I'll do whatever it takes to find the guy who got my mom and dad killed. Okay, wow, that was... Gee whiz, okay.
Come out, come out.
I guess that's fair, but at the same time, it's, like, rough. Alright, let me check something real quick, because I think we have the Merc group going. Yeah, they're gonna be going for a hot minute too, which really sucks because I'm pretty sure some of my blades are in that merc group right now. Actually no, we're fine. I think I just had the extra blades doing it, which is a pretty good use for them, so I might as well. See, the Garfon mercenaries take on jobs anywhere all in all rest. Me and my sister joined up after Van Damme saved our asses on a mission one time. I still haven't come closer to paying him back for that. Never dreamed he'd be gone before I got the chance. Zuo and you are working hard to pick up the slack, but who knows what'll become of the Garfon mercenaries. I think you'll probably be fine for now, at least. Even without Van Damme, the Garfon mercenaries aren't going anywhere. We have to carry on what he started. I think that we all feel that way. Did you talk to you and Zuo yet? There's a lot riding on your shoulders too, so good luck. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. No pressure or anything, but yeah, our entire livelihoods are relying on your capability to run this place. It's like, oh, thanks. Hey, boss, are you taking on missions in the merc group? The more missions you complete, the more you'll be trusted with bigger ones. Just remember to drop by from time to time. That's fair. Those mercenary missions are going to get really goofy at some point. Van Damme said you could have his merc group, but you're still a greenheart, aren't you? If you got a real authority job, send out a blade with field skills that match the task at hand. It'll get done a lot faster. Choosing the right blade for the job instead of just sending out any old goon. That's basic stuff, you know. That's what my dad says anyways. He's been in a real foul mood since Van Damme passed on. I think it's funny how it's very typical of a kid, like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, but like only because my dad told me, so I actually don't know what I'm talking about. Very typical. But yeah, so last time, well, here, let's see. With a name like Ralu, I expect him to teach me the bare necessities, simple bare necessities. That or give a very long-winded speech about how you're a hero and have actually been asleep for 7 years, but now you gotta go deal with Ganondorf because you kind of fucked up by taking the Master Sword. Let's see. Oh yeah, we went through a lot to get. I didn't even realize that we finished this quest. Brought the stuff, did you? Then I'll put the accessory together for you lickety split. Oh shoot. Okay, never mind me. Now let me think. What was I gonna make again? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. It's been a little bit. Yeah. I feel like I sort of remember, but then again, I sort of don't. Could you jog my memory a little? Oh, Tor, not good at hearts. The greatest accessory in all of Allrest. That's what I'll say. The greatest accessory in all of Allrest, you say. Well, I'll be. Was I really thinking to create such a thing? That does sound like something I might come up with, but no, I'm sure I'd remember if I had an idea like that. I think I know what's going on here. You just said the first thing that came into your heads, didn't you? Yeah, kinda. Wait a minute. I just had the perfect idea. I'll let you decide what kind of accessory you want me to make from the materials you've got. Yes, that's a fine idea. I just like making things. It doesn't really matter what, so I'm open to requests. Alright, yes, that's the ticket. Just come see me whenever you like. As long as you got the materials, I'll make you whatever you fancy. Okay, so he can just make any accessories, I guess. Also, there's the quest. Also, yay, finally an anime girl who has a reason to look like a cat. I mean, like, that's fair, yeah. It's just because that's her creature race, or whatever you could call it. You know, it's the type of creature she is. They sure don't tell me what these are, but I can make them, so it's kind of like, alright. I can only make one of them, though. Huh. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better. So, you know what? We're taking a guess. I'm just going to press down. I'm not going to look at what it is. This is the one we're choosing. Skeleton hood. Alright. Let's go see what that even was. It's going to be really funny if it's something not very useful. Okay, so let's see. We're not going to need this much anymore. Increases aggro reduction. That actually might be good for him, yeah. That's a pretty good thing to have. Let's see. Do I have any... Okay. Okay, let's get something else on her, because we don't need the shackle resistance anymore. Aggro reduction is actually pretty good for these two, so for right now, we'll stick to it. And then, we'll kind of just go for whatever we can. I feel like strength's not going to be very useful. And dexterity's not really good on him. This might not be bad, actually. I think we'll try that out for a little bit. I also might need some Narsapear jelly because I think we're out. So I think we'll go buy some of that since we're in a break in the story, so it's not like super weird right now to go do this. Okay, we'll go back to Argentum real quick. I mean, it's funny. Last Thursday, everyone was trying to say it was normal for anime characters to look cat-like, but like this game has a little cat girl, and her face does not have the cat-like features that Subaru does.
Let's rest the spell.
I mean, she's still got an anime face, so by in necessity, she has the cat-like features, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna buy some of these. I know this is gonna be a tad bit expensive, but we might as well. I'm not gonna use them yet because I think we got to do some stuff before we can actually get moving here. So I think Fonza Mima is where we're going, which is probably true. I think going about here is probably a good place to go. But yeah, so last time we did a lot of stuff. We made it to Fonza Mima. We got to meet up this old guy who's probably gonna die pretty soon. Cause shoot, wow, okay. So this is what rain is like on Uriah. Instead of it being actual rain, it's like sparkles or whatever. It's kind of interesting. Although the graphical effect is kind of looking a little weird on my monitor. I'm not sure if it's just me. But that being said, very cool concept for weather. But yeah, anyways, Mallows ended up basically tricking Pyra into going all the way up there. We had to fight him. It was a fucking disaster, honestly. But because of that, we did get to meet Mithra. The best character in the game, even though you won't know that yet, so that's pretty nice. You know, yeah, this is a guy just telling you, hey, you can go this way. But yeah, let's see. I don't buy it. Like I was trying to say, and this somehow got misinterpreted as me yelling at clouds. You can't believe every meme image that makes the rounds online. I believe some anime designs are modeled after cats, but I won't believe that it's universal, especially since it's so freaking obvious when they're doing that. I just don't think it's a problem. Let's see what you have to say. Tululu think employers spending more and more time shut inside. If Tululu not here, Tululu expect he probably starved to death by now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Tululu not saying a word. Tululu to swear on non-disclosure agreement not to give out secrets. Okay, well, I mean, that's just kind of on you, buddy. I'm gonna be honest. Let me take a look at the quest log as well real quick, because I don't know if we picked up many quests here. We picked up a couple. And so it's probably something we should get on, but I'll wait a little longer before we do that, since it has been a couple weeks, and I think it's only fair that we do a little story stuff before we start getting on to that. I think this actually will just bring us directly down to the docks, which is kind of where I've been trying to avoid, because I want to talk to people. My dad's a mercenary. He does jobs all over Allrest. When he comes somewhere, he usually brings me back a core chip. Someday I'll have a blade of my own to give my chips to, but core chips get used up once you use them, right? So it's a bit of a waste if you just give them abilities they've already got. Best to give them one that'll improve just the ones you want. That's pretty fair. It is kind of like, yeah, you could increase damage, but in some cases, like with Pyra, you don't... Damage is not as useful as critical rate for Pyra and Mithra. They're very, very strong with their critical rates. Thank you, Mr. Blocking the door so I can't see what's in there. The gate leading to Lithal Ruins. Oh, okay. This is one of those, like, hey, you guys... Somebody opened the gate before, and it's like, yeah, we know who did that. It was Mallows. We already had a guy talk about that. I never said it was a problem, except for where you were asking me which girls I had romantic feelings for. That's a little too close to being a furry for my taste. Just be, I think that's why I get bothered by it, because when you say that, it's like weird, bro. It's like, come on. They look like people. I don't understand. I don't know what your deal is. Now, if it's which ReZero girl would hug and pet and cuddle? Beatrice. Just be, I don't know about you. All I'm saying, just be, is between Amelia and Rem, there's very clearly a choice that Subaru should end up with, in my opinion, but whatever. You know, Subaru can have his slightly worse taste. Doesn't mean bad. Amelia's cool, but, you know. Don't you think the Titan battleships are wonderful? There's something so inspiring about their majestic forms. The reason I joined the maintenance corps was so I'd get to see all the detailed workings of a ship like this. Orion battleships make the most of the Titan's natural features. It's a key design philosophy. With ships like that, maintenance is all about keeping the Titan healthy and looking after organic nanotubes. Okay. I feel a little bad for the weaponized Titans, though. When war breaks out, they get sent to the front lines. Breaks my heart when they come back and they're all smashed up. It really gets me. Yeah, I guess that is kind of the thing. It's kind of weird because, like, besides Gramps, we don't get to see the Titans really talk much because most of them can't. They've kind of gone so far that they can't talk anymore. That being said, is like, yeah, they are living creatures at the end of the day, and it's kind of like I always kind of felt bad. I don't know if it's the same for other people, but whenever I saw like war documentaries or something, and they show like the horses going out to battle and they get shot, and it's like I just feel bad. Like the horse didn't ask for anything. Yeah, like the horse is just trying to be a horse, and now it's getting shot. Like I don't know, it's just a little bit mean. I guess you could argue the same thing for like a dog in a police force. In that case, though, the dog tends to like the job itself. Like, I don't know what the deal is exactly, but, like, I know police dogs are they really enjoy what they do, and they get really depressed once they're done with their job, I guess you could say, once they're retired because they have nothing left to do. So it's real common for people who own police dogs to have to kind of, like, give them things to do from time to time so that they don't get really depressed about it, which is really interesting to think about considering they're an animal. But it's like, yeah, no, they do get kind of a similar thing to how people can get sometimes. You know, I wouldn't say I get depressed when I don't work, but more like a lot of, like, I think me and Troy were talking about this yesterday, but I'm a bit of a workaholic in that, like, I function the best when I have stuff to consistently do. And the longer of a break I take from doing that, the harder it is for me to adjust back to doing actual work. You know, so... Okay, well, I guess we're not going that way. But, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's why I'm so insistent on making sure that we work on the game, like, the same days every week and stuff. Because it's just, like, it's a lot easier for me to make progress if I keep up at it, whereas if I start taking breaks, then I start slacking, and then I don't want to work on it anymore. But yeah, honestly, half the reason why I'm doing all this is because I want to, like, put off leaving this area for a little longer. Not just because we have a bad chapter coming up, but also because, like, you know, it's very pretty right now. And I kind of... This is what I freaking hate in games when they have, like, a rain effect or something. And it's like, it always does it right before I have to leave an area. And it's like, bro, really? You're not going to let me enjoy this? I have to leave now? Like, it's stupid. Rula become registered citizen of Araya just to be able to see Saffronia Tree every day. But lots of troublemakers in Araya. Noble and mercenaries also make life difficult. Look down on others. After living here for a while, Harula really realized it not really pleasant place to live. Would rather be in More Ordain, where everything more fancy and stylish. But would never be allowed to become citizen of Uraya. Empire would also treat Harula as spy, so probably no go anyways. Why so frustrating? Yeah, I guess that would make things complicated, wouldn't it? Since you guys since they hate each other. I want to go see what's over here. It gives me more of an excuse. Also, it's really interesting how that line has like almost no actual importance in this game. But Saffronia Tree weirdly comes back up again in Xenoblade 3 in a prominent way, and kind of surprised me to see this brought up here. I did not expect it. Let's see, okay. Okay, development level 2, not bad. Got some new Merc missions, which is the worst thing in the world, although it's hard to be that excited about it when it's like, okay, well, we're not even done with our first Merc mission that we started after we started this stream, but whatever.
All this stuff right out of the ground?
Yes, it is Crosshead. It is very great that we can get all this stuff right out of the ground. Appreciate it. The real question is, would Rem necessarily want Subaru? Yes. Like, maybe that's spoilers, but yes. Without a doubt. Undoubtedly. Not even a question. Oh, I was kind of... I don't know why. I just really expected there to be, like, a side quest or something. Or, like, a chest or something over here. But I guess it's just an area we could walk through that's very pretty. We can get a kind of nice view of this area in the rain, which is neat. I don't know if anybody else here even likes rain. I think I might be like one of the only people, but that being said, it's like one of my favorite weather types. We don't get it a whole lot in Arizona, so it's kind of nice whenever I get to see it in games or not. They're not even a Korok seed here? What a waste. The funny thing about Korok seeds, I wasn't very good at finding those in Breath of the Wild. I know they were supposedly everywhere, but for some reason I was just not very attuned to finding them. Like, I could find the shrines and stuff, no problem, even the ones that were hidden, but like, I don't know, I guess the Korok seeds, part of it's probably because I just didn't value them very much. It's like, yeah, they don't really seem like they're that useful to me, but whatever. It is what it is. So I'm wondering, yeah, I think this might be, Actually, yeah, I do like this rain. It is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Also, there's a quest here, which I almost missed. Teacher very late. Is something wrong? Friends see teacher Guztin anywhere? No. Oh. Teacher left saying was going to request job of Garfont mercenaries, but no matter how Pilillo waits, teacher never come back. Pilillo try asking people from Garfont mercenaries who come from Fonzamaima, but no one know where teacher go. Teacher Guztin, what should Pilillo do? We're gonna help, right, Rex? Of course, let's do everything we can. Friend find teacher from Pilillo? Friend also from Garfont mercenaries. This very lucky meeting. Pilillo so happy could cry. Oh, Pilillo should clarify details. Person friend should look for is teacher called Guztin. Teacher went to visit village of Garfont mercenaries, but it seemed like never reached village. Okay, so probably got lost on the way. Hope teacher not hurt or anything. The Titan Scholar. Alright, we're not going to do that right away. We'll do that soon, but not right away. Because I'd rather do it in a more dedicated side quest stream, and because, again, it's been a couple weeks since we've done something, I'd like to actually continue with the story. I was 50-50. I could spot the Korok seeds that were kind of obvious, but then the Korok mask would point me to one, and I'd be like, huh? There's nothing here. Yeah, I have no idea how people 100% of that game. This ship bound for Goldmouth Argentum. Salvagers ride for free. Alright, so we're gonna go to Goldmouth so that we can go to Mor Ardain, because I guess, well, it's not even surprising, because obviously the ship from Uriah is not going to Mor Ardain. They hate each other. Also, get ready for cutscene number, like, 3 or 4 or whatever we're on, of cutscene that people see out of context on YouTube and assume the whole game is like this. Which is really frustrating, because it's like, I don't even think the cutscene's that, although it might not actually be the cutscene, we might have to wait a little longer, I'm not sure. No, okay, not yet. So we'll see it soon. So mostly I'm over the fever symptoms, but the sore throat remains, as well as an excessively runny nose. Yeah, I had one of those kind of cases a couple weeks ago. It really sucked. So yeah, this isn't the cutscene.
Hey, it's Rex!
Rex come back alive?
Rex have many sidekicks now.
Quite the little celebrity, aren't we?
Well, you know, I've been trading here for a while. Anyway, I'll find us a ride to the Empire. You guys go on ahead to the inn.
Sounds good. See you around then.
Alright. If I remember correctly, this chapter starts off with a really stupid thing that we gotta do as well. Okay, so ships to the Ardanian Empire should be leaving from Goldmouth flight deck on the 4th floor. I think there's a reception desk there where I should be able to charter one. Time to get moving. Well, doesn't this feel reminiscent of the beginning of the game, except this time, instead of being alone, we have a fire girl on our side. And also, we have a rock-loving girl who has a very useful art, and so I like having her on the team for right now. Also, we can finally equip more than 2 blades, but because I freaking set all my blades out on that mission, it's like, oh, shoot. So anyways, we'll go up to the flight deck real quick. These are the kids we played hide and seek with way at the beginning. I don't think it's that important. Especially because, like, honestly, they don't have anything interesting to say, if I'm gonna be frank. Oh, great. It's another side quest, of course. Hello, Falala. I'm not gonna do their terrible singing. Are you alright? Why friends act worried? Friends not thinking the Falala is showing off monster impression, is that it? I'm sorry. But okay, everyone thinks so. Falala no is hopeless. Is something wrong? Falala want to become famous as wonderful singer. Want to spread word of Falala near and far across Albrest. Then maybe he hear of me and don't feel so alone. I'd like to hear the details. Rex, what about you? Yeah, same here. Can you fill us in? Oh, Falala means Sunny Pond Solala. Why do they all have names like this? He go fishing one day and never come home. Falala sometimes wonder where Solala is. Sometimes think about going to look for him, but Falala get terrible seasickness, cannot ride boaty boat. So at least want Solala to hear of Falala, even just Falala's name, just why Falala starts singing. I like it how all the Napon are always like, oh, somebody might be dead. But his friends could hear, Falala has very terrible voice. At this rate, only thing Falala will be famous for is monster impression. We're going to help, right, Rex? Of course, let's do everything we can. You want to help Falala become good singer? Wow, happy. Falala heard from customer that there is special potion that make anyone sing very good. Potion name is Serenade. But only way to get potion is to gather ingredients and make for self. Can friends help? I'll do what I can. Wonderful, your spirit remind Falala of Solala. Potion need 2 ingredients, Cranberry Bell and Panda Pansy. Can find in Gourmand Province. If friends bring ingredients using kitchen to make potion should be fine. Alright, follow heard potion depends on perfect harmony of ingredients during brewing process. Hope we can do it. Fame and family. Again, I like it how every single side quest is for the Nopon. I'm just like, oh, somebody might be dead. It's just super funny to me for some reason. We might be able to actually make this already, so we might as well. Oh, I didn't want to buy any bread. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't know. It's a little. I don't know how we're gonna use the kitchen from this angle, but like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, we can make this right now. Really easy, in fact. Let's see, and of course, now you have Best Girl Poppy. We also do have Poppy, although Best Girl is not really the term I would use for her since that's Mithra. I've heard gargling salt water can be good for a sore throat. We're gonna do that real quick. That's a good idea. Follow will practice until potion is finished. Potion is finished? Yay, good. We went through a lot to get this. Not really, Rex. We walked over there and walked back. So this will make Follow a good singer. Cheers. Taste was so bitter. Or so sweet? Follow doesn't really know. Time to try singing. How was it? Give her to her straight. Of course, even potion cannot make Follow's voice better. Mix of ingredients was probably wrong. I'm sorry. Please do not apologize. It's fault of Follow for making such difficult request. Oh, I was really sorry, but could friends perhaps try again with different ratios? Okay, we'll try again, I guess. I'm glad we have plenty of these ingredients, so it's not much of a loss. This also isn't a bad thing to be doing while just be gargling. Oh. Oh. We'll make 4 first. I'm gonna try these one at a time. Okay. Let's kind of follow those throat. Stomach is toasty tingly. Time to try singing. Meh. Did such beautiful voice really come from Follow? Oh, I guessed right on the first time. That's good. Now for Follow's stage debut. Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Follow presents a song for your appreciation. What a wonderfully calming sound. I can't hear any of it. She has the voice of an angel. Wow, I'd like to hear it. Is that really the voice of Follow? Everything is thanks to friends. Happiness will never end. Looks like everything worked out. Everybody come from near and far to hear Follow. Well, hopefully you find your son. Oh, we don't have. Oh, I was going to say. What's the next quest update? Welcome, welcome. Meme, it's friends from before. Thank you for help. Now customers come from near and far to hear Follow sing, but it's hard to become famous everywhere just through good singing. News of Follow will never reach Sunny Pond solo at this rate. I really hate having to say their names. This is awkward. What should we do? Oh, but I have an idea. Besides, Follow's good singing, Follow will become, through Follow's good singing, Follow will become famous through delicious foods. This will be known as Restaurant for listen to Mama upon Follow's singing and eat Mama upon Follow's yummy cooking. I think this is a little too much. Follow will hear about it and come to see his beloved mom. No time for waste. Follow must get cooking. Follow has run out of ingredients to make her specialty dish. Cannot be made without rhino tail and ribeye steak. Let's see, very rare for marketplace to stock them. Please help, friends. Rhino tail is found in Araya, and ribeye steak is most common in Gourmand. Okay. Well, in that case, that is something we're gonna have to go look for, which is unfortunate. I feel like that should have been a separate quest if they're gonna make us do that, but whatever. It is what it is. So let's go figure out what the deal is with this fair. It's the wrong way. The flight deck's the opposite direction. This game is really pretty. Like, it's an early gen Switch game, so there's a little bit of like that blurriness you inherently get with that. But that being said, the game looks really nice. I've always been pretty happy with just like how this game came together visually, and considering how much of an improvement it was from Xenoblade 1, it's just like, I don't know, it's impressive to me. Follow, even Xenoblade is doing Christmas in July. Oh, you're grounded. Go to your room. I'm looking to board a ship headed for more Ordain. You got any space free? Not to worry, friend. Plenty space. You traveling alone? Roughly 6 people, I'd say. Meh, that big group. I offer special discount for group travel. Let everyone board as much as like for a total of 4,000 G. I'm a salvager, by the way. I can travel for free, can't I? Might not realize. In that case, a big discount. That come to 3,000 G. Wait, so we can't go for free. Meh? How many you say coming on board? 6, maybe more. And how many of them salvages? Just me? Which mean how many non-salvages? Quite a lot. Then should pay 3,000 G. But we're sorry, me big-hearted, but have limits to kindness. That's fine, we'll pay. Let member know when friends ready to board, and we set off shipshape. Argentum Napon drove a hard bargain. It was much easier to get a discount at Uraya. Ah, well, I should head back to the inn and meet up with the others. Alright, let's go to the inn then. Sounds fine to me. We're gonna get that cutscene soon, though. Speaking of songs, here's one that describes the break between Xenoblade streams. The waiting is the hardest part. Every day you make it one more yard. You take it on faith. You take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. I don't know what that song is either. I'm sure this is definitely what the game is wanting me to do every time that happens. Although, what is this away? Since I don't know if I actually did this initially. It might be for not much of anything, but there's a chest at the end of this row here, so at least I'm gonna get something for my my mild exploration. Really the equivalent of nothing though, considering that. I mean, I guess it's not nothing. That paid for a part of our trip there, so it's not bad, you know. All right, and there's another chest. I'm guessing this is one of the ones you need blade affinity. Oh, I can't even get over there right now. And it is one of the blade affinity ones, so I couldn't have opened it even if I wanted to. Anyways, let us go to the inn, which I will jump down here first. Let's see. Okay, so you never heard Tom Petty's The Waiting. Somehow, even though I think it's one of those songs that was freaking everywhere. The thing is I don't really listen to a lot of music to begin with. Napon loves salmon a bit too much, if you ask me. It's like juicy salmon is all everyone eats around here. I mean, it's not bad, but you start to get sick of it after a while. The good news, though, is I know a way to solve the problem, making cities' economy thrive. The more the city thrives, the more it'll start trading with other cities. And that means more options for us customers to buy in the shops. Though, of course, you can't have trade without securing trade routes. We might need mercenary help on that front. Yeah, I think this is just a vague hint about the idea that, like, hey, it might not be a bad idea to kind of make sure you're doing the mercenary groups and building affinity with the town, but, like, or the area, I guess in this case, because it's not really a town. Let me get that, because I might as well. This camera does not like tight spaces. That is kind of the thing. I guess what camera does, to be fair, but I'm not sure the game is wanting me to go that away. This seems kind of like I'm starting to do something the game is not wanting from me, but what are you gonna do? Especially because it's like killing my... Okay, well, too bad. It is what it is. But weirdly, a lot of TV channels still do that thing where they play a bunch of Christmas movies / specials in July. I never understood that tradition. I don't really get it either. The only thing I know about Christmas in July is the H.H. Greg thing, because that was a meme for a bit.
Right. So it looks like we're heading out tomorrow. Everyone,
I hope you guys can
make
hear the
sure you're
cutscenes
ready by
okay.
then.
Understood.
Affirmative.
Oh, this is the Twitter meme image that everybody uses constantly with this character.
The tea
I don't know
here is
why.
lovely.
I don't even remember the context
You
for
can
it.
find quality goods here from all around, Allrest. You like the place?
Yes. If there's time before we leave, I think I'll have another cup later.
Feels so good to rest in a proper inn after a long voyage.
Yeah. It's good to be on familiar shores again.
Oh boy, here we go. Yep, this is the cutscene I was thinking of earlier. I was just a tad bit too early. You ever watched an anime before? Because if you have, this is a very normal, mundane scene, but if you haven't, I guess this is just shocking stuff. Like, you can't believe it would be in a video game.
You! How did you... What
What are you doing in my bed?
Wait!
Ah! Get out! Interloper! Monster!
Wait a minute, would you?
I'm sorry, but this is such a fucking
you're the
dumb
one in my
cutscene. I don't know
room.
how you could
The
be
guy's
fucking
room,
mad
see?
about this. Like, this is just funny, okay?
I can't believe it.
Also, Dromark's got a little
Did it
hat.
again.
And fucking Tora
I'm
just got hit for
such
no reason.
Idiot!
It's fucking, I don't know. People get so mad about stuff that makes no sense to me.
Is this what they call sleepwalking?
You were staring.
Huh?
Pervert!
I don't think he was, Mithra. I think is on you. I know she leaves a bad first impression.
what?
I promise she gets better, okay?
She's certainly exposing an awful lot of skin.
Pot, meat kettle.
Would you care to explain what that is supposed to mean, my good sir?
Have you looked in a mirror recently?
Again, I don't know how you could be mad at that cutscene. It's so baffling to me. People get like actually aggravated when they see that cutscene. They get like mad, like, oh, how dare they put this cutscene in? Like, dude, it's funny, okay? Who cares?
Hi, Pyra.
Oh, good morning.
Listen, about earlier.
I'm sorry about Mithra. She gets very confused when she's just woken up.
I see.
It didn't get violent, did it?
No, I didn't do anything weird. Not a thing.
No. It was more Mithra I was worrying about.
Oh, right. I guess she did throw a thing or two.
Oh no. So that was where that came from. I'm sorry. Did it hurt a lot?
No, not at all. Really, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Honestly, my head is still a little painful.
Ah, to be young again.
Indeed, indeed.
We need a little romance in our lives too, eh?
Actually, I'm quite all right.
Turn the volume back down now. So I forget if I asked, but why is Rex wearing an oversized half jar thing on his legs? It's part of the salvager suit that he normally wears. Basically, there's a whole suit, but he's only got parts of it off, and the rest of it I think is just kind of stuck to whatever he's got, unless he takes it off. But like, that's not easy to do, especially because like, I guess they could change clothes, but like, he frequently salvages on this journey, so I don't think it's very likely. But honestly, I think it's just a weird character design choice. Like, this game has a lot of very unique designs for the characters, which I guess makes them stick out, but it is a little weird.
Hey, Gion.
There's also
Yes.
some symbolic stuff to why his outfit looks the way it does, and Pyra looks the way, hers looks the way it does, comparing. If you look at their outfits, it's kind of interesting, because it's like, they have, it's like the opposite areas are covered with regular skin, although obviously they had to give Rex pants, so they
Welcome
couldn't,
back,
they
Morak.
gave him like these really tight
You too,
shorts
Bridget.
instead. So it is a
I'm
weird
honored.
design choice, but it's interesting.
It is good to see you again, Bridget.
You look well too, Ijan.
So this Aegis truly was the genuine article.
Indeed.
And the boy?
From his garments, he appeared to be a young salvager.
I would be most interested in meeting him.
That can be arranged.
We have received reports of an attack on a ship headed for the Praetorium.
A transport vessel.
Yes, carrying a cargo of core crystals.
Core crystals. Torna's work, then.
Most likely. According to a lucky survivor, the culprit was a masked man.
Jin. It must have been him.
This is the third time. From what I hear, Urian vessels have also suffered significant damage.
My sincere apologies. This is all my fault, Your Majesty. I let that Torna girl off lightly. I should have interrogated her more.
You set the captive loose because you felt it necessary, did you not? That is enough for me. Besides which, if this really is the doing of that masked man, I doubt he would have been stopped, even by an army 5,000 strong. We have more pressing issues to consider.
More
Such
pressing
as?
issues than the guy who could kill 5,000 people.
The Senate have independently resumed the excavation of Judicium.
The pro-war faction, Senator Roderick.
The loss of those core crystals must have made them restless. Judicium is a very delicate region. It would be unwise to provoke Uriah.
I understand your meaning. If the Senate make any unsavory moves, we can take action.
I'm counting on you, dear sister.
Also, I love they were saying Mithra was showing too much skin, but honestly, Pyra is showing more. Yeah, she really is. I don't think she's one to talk at all. Although she wasn't one to talking, I guess Dromark and Gramps were kind of implying that. More specifically Gramps, but yeah, they do show a little more skin than I feel like they really need to. That being said, Mithra has a costume that I don't know how I can get it, but I'd like to get it because it looks really nice on her. Where do ships from the Ardanian Empire leave from again? It's Goldbell Flight Deck. It's up on the 4th floor. Right, gotcha. Shall we get moving then? Ardanian Empire sounds so grand. Tora cannot wait to see what it's like. Masked Man. That just makes me think they're talking about the Lone Ranger. I mean, I would immediately think of Mother 3, I guess, but that's just because I'm aware that's a major plot point in that game. I almost went up too high again. So, let's go and see thing numero uno of why I don't like this chapter that we're doing currently.
This light. What is it? Rock's core crystal. It was like a stone. What happened?
Don't you remember, Rex? Vanham told you. Core crystals don't die. They always regenerate after a while.
Regenerate?
Ready to be reawakened by a new driver.
So, if I resonated with it now...
Then a new rock would be born into this world.
A new rock? Vandam's blade.
What do?
I'm not sure. Taking Vandam's old partner. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, but maybe he would have wanted you to do it. Just do whatever.
Right.
Probably time we headed for the ship, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'll go ahead and register us for boarding.
Nia, do we really need to rush?
Sure, we could take our time and miss out on the good seats. Oops.
Ow. What was that kid's problem?
Rex! Your bag!
Huh? No. No. No!
What have you lost now?
Rock's core crystal. It's not here.
You mean the little blighter?
After him, at once!
Titan's foot!
Van Damme will be fine. He's got Raul Julia to be his partner. I don't know who that is, but Van Damme is dead, so I don't think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gone. Again, I could go down the stairs, but like, why would I do that when I could just jump all the way down?
That little thief looked pretty young, right?
Yeah. And those ears. Gormotti for sure.
So let's see. There, that's the brat.
What do you think you're doing?
Why, that little... He stole the old ship.
What now?
I
Let's
guess
go.
tell me when you come back and
Are
just
there
speak.
any other? There's one. Garum,
Hey, Rex. What's the big hurry?
lend me a boat.
What? I mean, sure, but why?
There was a pickpocket. Took our core crystal. Over there.
Over there? Hold it! Bring that ship back here! Why, that's Pittman's ship. Your thief's on board that thing.
Please.
All right then. The key's in the slot, so you can take her right out.
Thanks. I'll bring her back as soon as I can.
No worries. Go get him, Rex.
Alright. Anyways. I'm gonna wait to mention the thing I was gonna mention until Jispy comes back, because otherwise it's a little bit goofy.
The ship!
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is where he got off.
He may still be somewhere nearby.
Right. Then let's ask around and see what we can find.
Good plan.
Got the main story quest, Stop Thief. Yeah, I guess we might as well set it as active quest, because otherwise it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Oh, it's raining here too. Okay. Oh, that's at least nice. Let's see, what do you have to say? Hey, did you see a Golmati boy around here? He was stealing stuff. Yes, I saw him. Just as the ship was docking, he ran up the stairs in a terrible hurry. I thought he wasn't a familiar face around here, but I'm afraid I couldn't... yeah, but I'm afraid I couldn't tell you much about him beyond that. Okay, so they have no idea who this kid is. Not a super big shock, I guess. Okay, there should be one on this level. Hannah. Did you see a Golmati boy come running this way from the port? Ah, yes, Hannah see boy. Very scruffy boy went running up staircase very quick. Hannah see lots of country, but all country have some child like that. Moradane, Uriah, even Indol, gap of rich and poor exist everywhere. Very sad state. Hello, friends, chasing after boy to get back stolen thing. Should always keep valuables carefully secured to body when travel. Yeah, love, I'll be more careful in the future. I mean, I don't know, it feels kind of weird to be going after a guy who got his stuff stolen. Like, I mean, that's not really, like, it's not his fault he got it stolen. Did friends see Gormati boy who took important thing from Rex? I did see a boy head over towards the farm. Was he the only one you're after? I feel like the city's getting less safe recently. There was that nasty incident not long ago, too, and the water outage. Yeah, that kind of might have been our fault. Torgoth has the biggest Dardanian base in the whole of Gormott, you know. In other regions, the Ardanians don't have quite as much influence. I just worry about the future is all. Again, more slight tensions between the Gormati people and more Ardane, who are basically just taking over their city. Boy, I really love it when it rains in games. This is such a pretty look. Again, it's like, there are not many games that do it, but I'm always happy when one does. Hey, did you see a Golmati boy around here? Nope, I didn't see anybody. I was all busy with my work, so I wasn't really looking. He could have come this way, though. Try asking someone else. Oh, thanks. You were very useful in the hunt. Okay, this guy is getting... He's level 20. I guess I could fight him right now if I wanted to. Assumedly they're this away, then. Nugby, huh? This is an unfortunate name. Did you see a Gormati boy come running this way from the port? You're playing tag or something, right? Probably shouldn't help you then. Wouldn't be fair. No. What? The kid's a thief? Oh, right. He must be the one Otto was telling me about. Let's hear the details. Otto the woodcutter keeps telling me he saw this boy hanging around outside of town. He always tells him to come back into the town because it's not safe outside, but the boy just runs off. That's about all I know, though. Maybe you should ask Otto himself. You'll find him over at Knockley Timber Site. Take care now. Okay, so Knockley Timber Site, probably at the front. I'm not going to fast travel for now because I want to enjoy the rain for a minute while we can. because we might not get to enjoy it forever. But I don't know. Pikmin 3 also has like really good rain. I don't know. There's not that many games that do this kind of thing, but I'm always in the mood for a nice rainstorm. I guess I'm also in the mood for frame rate drops too, because it's definitely having a little bit of a tough time with that, but that's okay. I do like how this game gets like a shiny texture to everything whenever there's rain too. Like it's kind of just a nice little lighting detail that they don't need to do. I think this is the quest I was waiting for, but we'll come back to this once we've gotten to Morrigan. Oh no, it's right here. There's two of them. So yeah, that is one of the quests, and then there's a notice board as well. So we'll come back to Gormott to do some quests. Don't you worry. I don't want to fast travel though. Plus, since I gotta wait for Jispy anyways, it's kind of like whatever. We'll just walk that way. Enjoy it a little longer. Let's see, I think that's the tail, and the head is up that way, which is kind of crazy to think about. That whole thing is just like a creature that we're walking on.
What have we here?
I know quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Great, we're gonna get more rocks. Thank you, Agate. Appreciate it. I'm also gonna bond blades later in the stream too, which I think would be a good thing to try doing.
What have we here?
Every stream, at least. Or at least every Xenoblade 2 regular stream, since eventually we're gonna have to play the DLC campaign. Yeah, one of the reasons why I probably need to stream on a day that isn't Sunday is just so I can actually get Skywolf to be able to show up. One of the issues is like, and I guess this is pretty typical because I don't really advertise this anywhere except specifically on Twitter, which I mean might as well just not be even mentioning it because nobody's gonna like go to Twitter to look for a Twitch stream. But it is a little unfortunate that I only got like a couple people that actually can show up to the streams, and I know Geek at this point is hesitant to watch Xenoblade 2 since it'll spoil the game for him, which is like, that's understandable.
What have we here?
You know, I think it might be better to have a couple of people, that way there's not like long gaps and it just disappears. See, did friends see Gomati boy who took important thing from Rex? Oh yeah, I definitely saw that kid. Nibble little blighter he is, though. Gets away from me every time. I'd like to hear the details. I was just doing my work here, same as usual, when I heard footsteps coming from behind me. So I turned around and who do I see but that boy. I called out to him to stop, but he ran off even faster than usual. If you ask me, that kid's not from Torgoth. Ain't no Torgoth kids have the guts to come all the way out here. Afraid I couldn't tell you where he's headed, mind. I'm too busy here to be chasing after kids all day. Seeing as you've got blades with you, maybe you could try to trace the kid's tracks. It was raining when he ran through here, so if you follow his tracks, you might find out where he went. I mean, it's still raining. I don't think I need a tutorial for this, but okay. It's just like, yeah, if you got Keen Eye and Fortitude, which I'm pretty sure the blades you have automatically have Keen Eye and Fortitude, then you can see the trail of tracks, but I'm pretty sure I could just go straight to where I actually need to go if I wanted to, and there's nothing actually stopping me. But we'll follow the trail, because anything else would be a B trail. Also, it kind of sucks that I made that pun, and like, I'm not even sure anybody will even know I made that pun. Oh, okay. Well, we need one of these for a quest anyway, so let's go after it. Level 25, huh? It's a strong little enemy. Oh, I should have. Well, I guess Narspare Jelly is only going to help so much right now. Like, we're doing a lot of like walking. Boy, that frame rate. Okay, I gotta do this. Launch him. Okay, let me see what stone can do here. So, man, this is kind of crazy how slow this is going. Okay, so if I change to Pyra, then I probably could do something, but I also could let I'm not gonna actually do much about it because this guy's gonna die. Wow, okay, thank you for dying at least, so that very long-winded fight could end a little quicker. I'm not sure if that gave me the thing I needed or not, but we'll go fight some more of them because, again, we're in the area. We might as well.
What have we here?
Hello. Very pretty little area. I think these flowers are two-dimensional, which is always kind of funny to me, but what are you gonna do? Okay, at least the frame rate's not freaking out right now. Right. Fire real quick. That'll at least get us a decent chunk of the way, and then after that we I missed it. That sucks. Okay. First, yeah, I heard your betrayal pun. You're grounded. Go to Lena's room. Why am I going to Lena's room? I didn't like ask to go there at all. Also, I can see we have a skeeter nest that is causing problems. Let's just get this right now. The frame rate doesn't like it when it rains and you're doing a lot. There's a lot of enemies on screen, which is not shocking, mind you, but still. Okay. Okay. Double spinning edge. Do this real quick, and then we'll use that to get a little closer to the other skeeter nest, since that might also be what is causing this problem. Hey. Boy, we sure are just spawning more enemies, aren't we? Hey. Okay, we're not even messing around. I'm just gonna do this, get rid of it, because it's taking too long to kill. Okay. Also, now you're hard to hear over the battle. I'm gonna have to edit the fucking, like, the sound values or something, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels weird because I don't remember this being much of a problem with Xenoblade 1. Like, it was never an issue having me be heard over people. Okay, we're kind of in trouble. Fuck, I was too late. Nia died right at the end there. I was doing this to hopefully, like, kind of save us, and I was hoping Nia would be there, but I guess not, so now we're probably really screwed now. But that at least did some decent damage to everybody on the field, and it's like, that's... Okay, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Oh, there's just too many of them. That's really what's coming down to. Like, there's 500 enemies. So, of course, we're having some trouble. The worst part is I might not have even picked up the item I was hunting there. Because it's like I might have forgotten to grab it since I was waiting on fucking killing those enemies. But, like, the items despawn eventually. So it's like, well, that sucks if that was what happened. Okay. But yeah, it's like... Here. What we'll do... Not change time. Sound settings. Okay, I guess we'll... Oh, wait a minute. I think that's about regular. It's this that I need to turn down even more. Because as of right now, like, the thing is how I'm listening to the game is also from the same thing you guys are listening to. And so, like, if I have to turn it down that much, I can barely even hear the game, basically. To explain my Van Damme and Raul Julia joke earlier, there's a famous actor called Jean-Claude Van Damme. He started opposite of Raul Julia, and pretty much the only Van Damme movie any gamer's ever seen. I mean, like, I've never seen any movie from them then, so... Let me check the quest log real quick, because we can always come back here. It's not like it's gonna matter much. It's not Nopon of good taste. This would be Fame and Family. We got 2 of those, which... Okay, so this is something I'm probably gonna have to either do on screen by hunting them or something off screen, but we'll see. Oh. Well, to give you a hint, Raul Julia is often people's favorite version of M. Bison. Oh, seeing the Street Fighter 2 movie then. Oh, there's another quest here. There are so many quests that we're gonna have to go do at some point here. Either on or off screen, as I've said. Yeah, the American live-action movie. Ah, okay. So I already knew where this was. I was just putting things off until you showed up, basically. Is this where the tracks end? But this is... Yeah, it's Uman Shipyard, I guess. But yeah, I was mentioning this while you're gone, but I'm considering, like, streaming on a slightly different day, partially because, like, Geek will sometimes show up to streams, but he can't show up to the Xenoblade 2 streams since it spoils the game. And so it's usually just like me and you, and I think Troy, who's listening in the background, but like, I think it'd be nice if we also had Skywolf, and so like, I might do something where I like stream like really late on Friday or something, since I think that'd be a good time to do it.
If we're on the right track, he should be around here, yeah?
Thief using Umon's workshop as hideout? I never dream of such a thing.
Imagine it was Umon himself. He was the thief. I always wanted my own blade, and now with this one, I can take over the world.
Let's surround them, so he can't run.
Gotcha.
Ah, you lot.
Kid, you sure led us on a merry chase. You've wasted a lot of our time, you know.
I mean, that is
Damn
true,
it.
yeah. It's been like the last 20 minutes.
Look at you. You're only kids. Why don't you just give back what you took? We'd rather not hurt you or anything.
You're basically a kid yourself.
Boy, I'll have you know I work for a living. Right, hand it over.
No, you're not having it.
And so to threaten us, they called in
The
birds.
crystal is ours now. If you want it so bad, you'll have to take it by force.
Well, nothing for it, I guess. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go beat up a bunch of children. Very exciting. Also, if I remember correctly, yeah, they're all very low level, so it's kind of like, was this even worth your time to do this? He's called 4 birds on us, and they're not even like high-level birds. They're just birds. Like, look at this. We're not even really having a fight. Was this your master plan? Okay. And all the damage they just did is gone now. They're also almost completely dead, so like, I really don't think this is... Okay. Okay, then we'll have her use stone real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Done. What a boss fight. Red-haired black kid started the birdemic.
Well,
grab a coat hanger.
We took you by force. Just like you wanted us to.
I'm not sure if he's actually black or if that's just the fur. Although, no, because they have regular skin, too, so I don't know.
Foot. You're all barely 10 years old. Why are you stealing from people?
Look, keeping your traps shut won't help anyone.
My lady, be a little more gentle.
Why? They're only petty thieves.
Be that
I
as
love
it
it,
may, they are still children.
Look, I'm sure there's a reason you're doing all this. Are you just that hard up?
What do you take us for? We're not some poor beggars.
Okay. So it's not money you're after?
Then what the hell is it they want?
You should just tell everything. Rex Fox Rex not hurt you?
Come on.
We want revenge.
Revenge?
We're gonna avenge our village.
You don't mean you were planning to awaken this blade and use it? Well, why don't you tell us the whole story? We might be able to help.
Bandits attacked your village?
It was just a small, peaceful village. But the bad men, just because we had water, they...
Did anyone survive? Don't tell me. You're the only ones?
What's your name?
Me? Why do you want to know?
Please, kid?
It's Reese. From Cordell Village.
Cordell Village? Can't say I've heard of it.
It's just a tiny village on the outskirts of Gormott. Not many people know it.
Okay, Reese. I get why you did this. But still, it's not right to steal from people. Besides which, awakening a blade is dangerous. Do you know what happens if it fails?
You never know until you try.
Yeah, but then you're dead if you
As long
if you
as one of
fail.
us manages it, that's all that matters.
Sounds like you really were desperate, my boy. I assume you know the whereabouts of these bandits?
There's a big cave over on Twin Trunks Hill. They use it as a hideout.
Oh, Reese, it's awful. Those scum are gonna... Who are they?
Don't worry about them. What's the matter?
It's a boy. You sure, Gramps? It is definitely a boy.
Okay.
I don't know how you couldn't
The bandits are planning
tell.
to attack Turgoth.
The voice
you
sounds like a
sure?
guy. Oh, like it's a
Yeah,
young
we
child
overheard
guy.
one of their men talking about it in the city just now.
And it was definitely one of them.
It looked like they were scouting the place out. They were saying with the consul gone, now's the perfect chance to take advantage.
A shrewd observation. This would indeed be the perfect time to mount an attack.
Are you trying to tell me that idiot consul was actually good for something?
So, this all our fault?
Well... yeah. I guess we might have been the trigger.
We can't sit by and let this happen.
Agreed. Right. You lot, you can leave those nasty bandits to us.
What?
I swear, we'll avenge your village.
But...
Don't worry.
Wait, how are they the trigger again? We literally were the reason why Dougal is gone now, who was the consul they mentioned. So there's no leadership here, and Morardain had to basically
By the way,
retract,
name's Rex.
you know,
Reese,
their whole
take the
force
others and
too.
go warn the city guard.
And on top of that, the city as a whole is weakened because they... Oh. Uh-oh. We knocked out their water. I think I unplugged the thing. Give me a sec. I was scared for a second it was something way worse, but no, it's not that bad. It'd be nice if it would pop up on my monitor. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyways.
Nah, they probably wouldn't believe you if you said bandits were coming. So tell them about us instead. Tell them the guys who destroyed the water tower are hiding out at Twin Trunks Hill.
If you say so, but why?
Don't worry, you'll see. We're counting on you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, it's just a knock-on effect. We didn't actually cause this, but it's kind of like, okay, yeah, but we are the reason why this entire region has no leadership currently, so, like, there is an aspect of this that would be our fault at the end of the day. You know, I guess it's the equivalent of, like, if you called the police to your house for something, and in the meantime, something real bad started happening somewhere else that they weren't able to respond to. It's like, well, it's not really your fault, because obviously, like, it was kind of a needs basis there. That being said, you were kind of the trigger to this taking place. So it's kind of, it's like that, but a slightly more distant kind of thing. I think that's what they're trying to get at.
What have we here?
This is kind of the problem with playing a game over the course of, like, streams over a long time, is kind of like, there's inherently going to be moments where these kind of things pop up where it's like, okay, but how is this the case? Or like, I don't remember this
And I've started
as thoroughly. And I guess to be fair, I took the long breaks with Xenoblade 1, but I don't think, like, the thing with Xenoblade 1 is early on, for the first, like, 10 episodes, 10 streams, I was doing it more consistently, whereas with this one, there's been, like, a week or two gap between each stream. And it's just because, like, streaming on Sundays is not always feasible, since it's like, I have work the next day, and for 3 days after, at, like, a, 12-hour schedule, so it's kind of like, yeah, there's a limit to what can be done to an extent, where it's like, I can't just cook food yesterday, for example. I can't cook it on Saturday because the food will start going bad by the time Monday comes around, so I have to cook it today. And then on top of that, it's just like, I've got other stuff that's going on Sunday, so it is kind of a question. But, like, the problem I always have is it's like, I don't want to stream on the days where I work on the game unless it's way after I'm done working on the game. And it's because I don't want to, like, ruin my productivity for that, so I don't know. It is, like, the problem. Yeah, and then Xeno 1 had that one half-a-year gap. It did have a half-a-year gap, but it wasn't, like... I guess it's like the half-a-year gap came at a pretty decent point to have a half-a-year gap. Whereas with this one, it's more like, we've been playing this since, I think, like, February. But it's just been, like, every other week or so we'll play it. And so we're on stream, like, 7 or something, but it's like, obviously it's going to be hard to remember stuff from, like, 4 months ago. And so that is kind of the problem. Is, like, in total, Xenoblade 1 was played from April, like the beginning of April to like mid-November. So we've already gotten a good chunk of the way through that.
Hey, isn't this the same as that thing we saw in the blowhole with Van Damme?
Indeed. It seems to be the same phenomenon.
In that case.
Yeah. We just need a little help from Rock. Van Damme, mate. Hope this is okay.
Rex?
Might need to talk about that in a little bit then, because I think there is something potentially that we should do with it. But let's, for now, bond Rock, because, he was well, I guess it wasn't entrusted to us. More like we took it from a trusted companion, but, like, I doubt he would have given it to anybody else anyways. Which wouldn't make any sense.
My name is Rock.
Apologies. Force of habit.
Is it because you're a bird? Is that why it was a force of habit? Sure, why not set this blade? We have a 3rd slot now, so
Rock,
it seems like a perfect space for you.
All right. You really did it.
Rock.
So, you are my new driver. Bit of a scrawny one, if you ask me. But, oh well, it's good to meet you.
He talks kind of like Van Damme, eh?
Van Damme? Who is that?
Oh, right. You wouldn't remember since you've been reawakened now. He was your old driver.
My old driver? Ah, so my core was passed down to you.
We could have stolen it.
I didn't sense any guilt in your words.
You're a perceptive one, all right. Yes, you take after your old master in more ways than one.
Finally
Listen,
made it,
Rock,
huh?
We need your help. Reckon you could clear the way for us?
This stuff? Of course. Nothing simpler.
And yes, this is the bird, the sack pillow thing that he wears around his neck. I have no idea why he does that. He just does. I think it's funny how we get to play the game for like 3 seconds. And it's like, okay, yeah, no, go back to the cutscene now. It's like he could have just done that in the cutscene.
That hardly took any time at all.
I did say it was a simple task.
Thanks a bunch, Rock. Rock?
Tell me something. My previous driver.
You mean Van Damme?
Yes, this Van Damme. What kind of a man was he?
He was incredibly strong. He looked kind of scary, but he was kind, too. And he saved my life. It's thanks to Van Damme that we're all standing here now.
I see. Then I think I'd better protect you all, too.
Huh?
To carry on my driver's will, as best I can. That's the path I feel best befits a blade.
Oh, Rock.
So, yeah. By the way, very good scene. I do like that scene, but I don't want to be a downer completely. But if you were hoping, oh man, we might get to see a little bit more of this aspect of like, oh yeah, this character was previously somebody else's blade. We got to see them in use and now they're gone. You may be like, oh man, I can't wait to see what else comes from this. Rock is barely present in the story from now on, which is really sad because it's like, I think they have a cool concept for a character, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't, I guess maybe it's because the story has so much going on already, considering, like, they already had to cut a whole chunk of stuff from the game, or not even cut, but, like, more like make it into its own game, because they had so many ideas. Also, now we have another launch here, which is pretty nice. Okay, let's launch him up in the air. Oh, or not. And, yeah, so this is the same blade as what Van Damme had, although, because Rex is obviously not Van Damme, he wields these dual sides a little differently. Also, from my awareness, this is one of the only dual sides users in the entire game, which is kind of interesting, and Rex, I think, is the only one that can even use Rock, which is like, huh, kind of interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. I've always felt a little weird about the fact that he just doesn't get to do much in the story, because, like, I like his design a lot. I think it's a really cool-looking blade. But again, I guess you could argue, it's like, okay, well, what is the point where you have too much going on? You know? Do we really need to focus in on this character when there's already so much to focus on? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Okay, so actually what I should be doing is starting with Agate. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, like, here, let's kill him real quick with this, since I didn't realize this, but Rock has Smash. Like, I didn't even remember that, but that is super useful to have. We basically have, like, a freaking Death Force in our hands now. So, we're gonna have Agate out, I guess. That's how it's gonna work. But yeah, so something I wanted to mention, I guess, that could be a potential solution to this is that we could stream a couple days a week and have it be, like, less time. You know, because that's what I was doing at first anyways. It's like I would stream for, like, a couple hours, and then that would be, like, the end of the stream. Which got a little frustrating sometimes, but it was like, I think I made more progress at that point compared to, like, the one a week I do now. And I guess the idea would be just to do, like, a couple hours at the end of, like, or whatever, at the end of, like, Saturday, and then maybe a couple hours on Sunday or something. And that way, it's like we can make more progress, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I just think it might be better to split it, and that way, even if I end up skipping a stream, it's only one of them. But I only would probably do that until we finish Xenoblade
So what's
2,
the
since,
plan?
you know.
Looks like there's quite a few of them, and they have blades too.
No time for complicated plans. Don't worry. There'll be no match for us.
I knew you'd say that. But hey, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Just remember, we're not here to kill anyone, so mind you don't go overboard.
Was Rex not going to avenge Village?
There's more than one way to do that, right?
Well, if you say so. Understood.
I'm surprised you guys haven't figured out the plan yet.
Let's go.
Kind of obvious. He told them to go
All of
tell
you, put down your
the
weapons.
city that
You're
it's like,
not
hey,
gonna
yeah,
harm that city.
we're gonna be here, and we were the ones who were the criminals. So, like, of course they're gonna show up after we beat them up.
Hold it! They're drivers and blades. Now I get it. The city hired you, huh?
What do you think?
I like how he said that so he didn't have to lie.
Whatever. Hey lads, let's slaughter these brats. We'll make an example of her.
I don't think this is gonna work out the way you think it's going to work out. I'm just gonna be honest with you, Chief.
Okay, time to take you down.
Stay steady, Iron. Focus.
My thoughts exactly.
I don't know if they're actually targeting the... No, they're not. Oh, shoot, I fucked up. Okay, well, it is. Maybe we should have just gone for the level 26 guy, I guess, because everybody's kind of targeting their own people, and it's like... I've done this a couple times, and I don't know why I have to keep checking the freaking thing. But it's like... I don't know, for some reason, I just cannot remember the fucking command ever to do the actual thing I'm looking to do. Okay, I gotta get Tora up because he's dead, and it'd be nice if he wasn't. Okay, pick him up. Pick him up. I don't think we're gonna be making it here. Especially not with how things are going. I don't think we're getting this, final thing. This whole battle is going disastrously. I should have looked at the fucking controls, but I didn't think it would be such a problem because I always think I know the command because Xenoblade 3 has this very particular command and I always use it. And so it's like, I don't understand why I don't ever remember it when it's in the heat of the moment for this one. Just because it's like a changed command. Oh, I wasted that. So, there's literally nothing I can do. I guess we're just gonna look terrible in this fight until I can, get this done now. Okay, now this time maybe we could use the full suite of elemental thing. That would be nice. I'm already level 4, so I might as well, like, get... oh, she changed the draw mark. Why did you change the draw mark? I like how this battle is legitimately going worse than, like, I could have imagined. Oh, and now she changes back just as I switch to Pyro. Thank you. Yeah. There's just no point, though. We're gonna waste it. Like, now we have to wait again for this other guy and hope that he's worth using it on. Okay. Okay, please don't do that. Hey. I'm very sorry about how just, like, terrible this entire battle has gone.
Now's the time. Let's make it count. The courage of my driver can shatter any will.
How'd you like that?
Dead. There we go, at least. At least I ended it off well. I do love how suddenly Rex is all no killing. We haven't killed a single person up to this point. Like, what are you talking about, Jispy? Literally, we haven't.
Well, we managed to beat them, all right.
Or Dreg.
But what now?
He needs to stay away from my SNES game drawer, then. And my other consoles, in fact. Supposed to be a storm passing by, so I spent most of the last few days getting things ready for that.
get
Ah,
it.
yeah, that's
That's why you
fair.
asked the kids
Now
to
there's
call
some
them
big
here.
storms
It
going
isn't
across
us
the
they need
U.S.
to answer to.
Missing Joe. If only it was Mojo.
Right?
Joe.
Leaving them to the authorities.
You're grounded.
A wise decision.
I suppose we should probably leave then. It's not a good idea to be here when the military arrives. Let's go.
Yeah, let's move.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the
So you
controls the
see,
second I can.
Considering the
I also have another thing
situation,
I was supposed to do too
could you
before
let
the
them off the
fight, so
hook?
it's like,
I'd hate to deny a request from you, Rex. And I can see these kids have had a hard time. What do you think?
Well, I suppose I did get my ship back safe and sound.
Hey, how about this? Make them work for the guild, and get them to work off what they owe that way.
What?
These brats! Are you saying we should make salvagers of them?
I think they show a lot of promise. They've got pretty quick fingers. Right? Come on, you know it makes sense. They're poor little orphans with nowhere to go. Are you really just gonna turn them away?
fucking Rex.
You sure know how to twist a guy's arm. All right, I'll do it. I'll sort out the details with Papunen. But it's just bed and board for now. Got that? If you want paying, you prove yourselves first.
You hear that? I hope you don't mind.
Wow.
Right then, work hard, you rascals.
And don't steal our blade, completely making us go a different area so that we can actually continue the fucking story after it. Finally, we actually get to depart for more Ordain. Quite the strenuous detour we ended up taking there. Master Pond probably forgotten where we even meant to get on ship. Tor remembered perfectly. 10th floor, was it? Goldmouth not have that many floors. It's on the 4th floor, Goldmouth flight deck, to be precise. Shall we get going then? Try to keep a tight hold on any valuables, eh, Rex? I know. It's fucking great. Anyways, yeah, that was a whole side tangent that we had to go on. So that's really, is really nice. But that being said, I said literally the first thing I was gonna do was look at the controls again. But switch back to that. Okay, I'm just trying to. Fuck. I know how to target the enemy. It's. Okay. This still doesn't change it, does it? Because that, I already know how to do that. It's not that big of a deal, but it's like... Okay, I guess we'll do this again. Okay, it's... I always forget it's fucking left on this, because in Xenoblade 3... And, like, I'm always expecting it to be hold down the R button. And so even, like, I think I've done this twice so far when we played this, where I've been looking on the second page because, like, you gotta hold down the R button, it doesn't have it there. And it's like, oh, the reason why I'm fucking having trouble with it is because it's a different command than the other two games have for doing that. Because Xenoblade 1 and 3 both have the same system, where you hold down the trigger button and then press up on the D-pad. Or whatever the fuck. And you can get them to target everything. I think that's at least how it was in Xenoblade 1. In 3, it was definitely that way. So it's like... It's just wacky that they changed it for this one in particular, and so anytime I have to jump back to this one, it's like, oh great, now my muscle memory has completely screwed the entire thing up. Look at that guy walking in circles. I mean, that's me a lot of the time too. Before we go in the wrong way, but let me go to the Merc group because we've got several blades, and I think they should be back.
Stand by for report.
All right. Sweet. And now we'll have some of our blades back. Percival didn't really get much of anything. This was just a wasted blade spot. And nobody else got much of anything. For right now, we'll just have them do, like, dumb things. And we'll just use some of the filler blades. Okay, so they just need a humanoid.
At your command. I'll take
There we go. Sure. Team Solgar.
Let's get a team together. And off we go.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, they can go do that. It'll get us some free EXP for now. It's probably smarter to have the blades in our party since a lot of them are not ready to do stuff yet. Engage blades. So you've got cross-set. Oh, man, you really don't have that many great options, do you? Because Perun's not really good for you either. I'd rather keep healer blades on her for now. But, like, she doesn't have that many great options. And, like, I don't want to give her one of the terrible blades. I guess this is a good time to bond some blades. Because I can always just shoot them over to whoever I want. So, it's everybody's favorite time. Use core crystals over and over until we get a blade that is like rare or whatever, and hope it's. Although to be fair, Rex has a healer blade. Why don't I just give her fucking Ursula? Be a better fit on her than on Rex. I don't even know if we need to do this. Yay! I guess somebody fucking is excited then. Regardless, I always I always bond at least one rare blade per stream if I can, because otherwise it's like, when am I gonna do it? Am I just gonna waste time all the time? So we're going to get down to 20 with these for right now. Gotcha mechanics, but it's actually free! Yeah, that is the nice thing about this. Me and Troy were talking about this yesterday because he plays Genshin Impact a bit. And he was talking about how that game's poll system is just ridiculous. And it's like, I don't know how people could pay real money for something like that. Like, I would go nuts if it was like, oh, yeah, I had to pay money to do something like this, because it's like, yeah, no, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't know. Gotcha mechanics are weird to begin with. Like, even in this game, I like them as like a nice little addition to the playthrough, because it's like, you never know who you're going to get, so sometimes you'll get a really distinct playthrough, where it's like, ooh, you get a new blade that you don't usually get until way later or something. Or, you know, if I'm incredibly lucky, which I probably will not be in this playthrough, you can get one of the really, really good ones. There's like 2 or 3 of them that are super, super good, but they have a super low chance of being bonded, and it would be nice if I could get them, but I don't think I'm going to. So we'll see, but who cares? Whatever. We have core crystals to burn. We might as well burn some. I think this was another common, but we'll see. Yep. I think we can actually get rid of these blades and get stuff for them, which is kind of a messed up way to word it. But, like, because you're going to get so many common blades, it's like there's no point in holding on to them until, like, eventually you can kind of, I guess, put them into the grinder to put it in the harshest way possible and get something better out of them. I think this might have been another common. Which, to be fair, every time we bond a rare blade, it's going to get harder to get the other ones because the pool of rare blades shrinks. Although, I guess it also means it's easier to get the really good ones if you bond every other blade, because it's like, well, then there's no other blades to bond. So if you're going to get a rare one, it'll be that one. But that being said, the chances of getting it are low. Wouldn't pay to get new characters unless I had the money to burn for them. But even then, it'd have to be a lot of money to burn freely when I could use it to buy more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I just never understood the point of buying things for games like that anyways. If it's, like, free to play, then it's like, well, I don't know. I'm just not gonna waste my time with it. Okay, so after this, we'll use some of the legendaries. We might as well build some pity up if it's not gonna give us a rare blade soon here. Especially because we're gonna keep getting more core crystals as we go, because we've continually gotten more. I'm not gonna be able to keep up this 1 per stream thing forever, mind you, if I keep doing this. But hey, what are you gonna do? Oh, okay, rare blade. Which one is... Oh, this one. Okay. Interesting.
I'm Adenine. I aim to fulfill my intellectual needs through mediums other than books.
Very robot-ish, despite not being a robot. Also, she's missing her fucking stomach.
To travel this great wide world and stimulate the synapses.
So yeah, this is Adenine. And funnily enough, perfect for Nia. She's another healer blade, which is what I want Nia to have because she has a habit of doing shit that I don't want her to do when she needs to be healing. So yeah, pretty cool addition to the party.
To put this team to good use.
Pretty happy about that. Not at all a bad choice to have. If I remember correctly, she's not even she's a pretty decent blade, too. I could be wrong, but I remember her being pretty solid. Mind you, for right now, we need to upgrade her and give her some better stuff. Magnet chip. We have plenty of these. We might as well. Ups her critical rate and stuff. Oh, that'll... Oh, well, actually, no, this is better on Pyro no matter what. Her critical rate is, like, the most vital thing about her, so we might as well. Since we're here, it's like... We might as well be upping critical rates for the attacker blades that we have currently, since that's what they're best at. Get an iron chip, which... Yeah, pretty good critical rate boost for adenine. Or not for adenine, for freaking agate. We got adenine and agate. We got 2 A's in this group. Let's see. I think cross set would be a better fit for an iron chip. We can always buy more chips or get better ones later. It doesn't look like she's gonna benefit from many of these. Is Dromark going to? No. Okay. That's fine. So we already got core chips. Ox cores we probably want to do, I guess, later, because I'm not going to do it right now, because it's a lot of, like, fillery stuff to be doing. Let's see. Firstly, we have enough points where we can probably do another one of these. We'll go with Butterfly Blade first. And then Healing Halo you always want to get, because it's her best healing move. And then she's also got this for adenine, but we're not going to be able to upgrade it because we haven't even used adenine. And then for this, we can actually upgrade both of these, which is pretty good. Sweet. I guess this is just the stats part of the stream process. Maybe next time I'll actually do this before we end up going that direction, but whatever. Let's see. We do have enough for something. This is probably the best one to be upgrading for right now for this weapon type. We can't do much with this, and we'll be able to do a little bit with this. We might as well get these upgraded. It does more damage, so it's like, it's definitely not a waste of our time. I was just pressing the button too many times, okay? I would however pay to get Barbara a new outfit, okay. Oh, hey, literal weaponized literature. Yes, it was. I like her design. Her design is cool. I like it a lot. It's cute. It's a cute little character design. So let's see. Steady drill. I don't think it matters much in terms of this. Also, hello, Master Jack Zero. Welcome to the stream. So her weapon looks like books with spikes coming out of them. That is indeed her weapon type. We haven't played as Nia much, actually. So why don't we actually use her a little bit? Since we've been kind of sticking primarily to Rex, which, I mean, fair. He's very fun. I like him. But we might as well play as Nia a little bit, especially because we have a new blade, so it's like I'd like to see what they have to offer. And with that, let's go up to the 4th floor. This is the wrong way. We don't need to go to the the pilot's quarters or whatever that place is going to end up being. Whatever name they came up with for that area. But yeah, so I like how her book is just hanging off a chain. It does obey gravity a little bit, which is interesting. Didn't expect it. I know it sounds like what a surprise, but, you know, it is kind of interesting. Might as well put some Narcipair jelly on her as well. Oh, somebody was real happy about it. Crossette really likes that one, so that's pretty good considering. Okay, yep, we're finished. Let's head to Mor Ardain. I should have gone in the daytime, but we'll go in the daytime after. It isn't that big of a problem. Anyways, how's everybody doing today? You know, since I haven't gotten to ask that yet. And it's a good time in the stream to ask it, considering I'm only going to have like 40 more minutes to ask it anyways. I'm doing alright. I got to make, I made some homemade chicken tenders, but like in a slightly healthier way instead of frying or like whatever you do with them in the oil. And I also made some stuffed peppers so they'll be ready for work. So I have food ready for the next couple days at work, which is good. That means I actually get to sleep a little bit more than usual, which is nice. Anyways, welcome to the Empire of Mor Ardain. This is the next stop on our big journey through Allrest, trying to get to the tree. Mainly we're trying to get to the Praetor, but you know, that's because we need to deal with some fucking issues. Finally, we made it. So good to be on land again. It was a pretty long voyage. This place seemed more empty than Poppy expected, though. Most likely because this is a small port separate from the main city. This must be it, so I suppose our next task is to journey to the capital. From what I heard in the ship, if we just head out of the port to the right, it should be a straight path there. Not too far off then. Still, this is our first time in this country, so we'd better keep our wits about us. Agreed. It might be best to make preparations before we head out. My body feels like jelly. That's not a good thing. What? Why? Were you doing a lot of exercise, or is this like a sudden thing? Because it's not very normal.
Gimme, gimme.
Open up.
Okay. One of these days I'll get these chests when I actually upgrade these, but I'm gonna have to do that in my own time since doing it on stream is not gonna be very exciting. You know the exact place I'm currently at. Wow, that's an interesting coincidence. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's talk to the NPCs here real quick. There aren't any ships leaving for Indal for a while. You'll bore yourselves to death if you hang around here, so I'd suggest paying the capital a visit. Just head out of the port anagram and follow the path straight. Good to know. But I'm hesitating to do something for a second, because there's a certain thing I want to do, but I want to... Okay, it's going to be turning daytime in a second. Welcome to the Empire of Mor Ardain. To reach the capital of Alva Cabanich, just follow the path right there. The path terminates in the cargo transportation zone. From there, take the elevator to reach the city proper. I hope the music stays for the moment. Why Army of Mor Ardain not more speedy? If things go like this, my previous cargo spoil before it reached capital. Something wrong? Oh, what my eyes see, if not driver with time to spare. Dear driver, me have request. Stuff that arrived here in Port Anagram got taken into Alba Cavendish via downtown High Street over yon. But right now, cargo transportation zone infested with land wolf and Nogue skeeter, not safe for working. I asked Ardanian soldiers there to help with mop up, but it looked like there's still some time still. Make long story short, friends look like they're already ready to go anytime, so today I ask friends for help. If friends perform in speedy manner, friends receive ample reward. A very good deal, yes? We'll help you out, sure. Shouldn't be too much trouble. Speedy decision, wonderful. Well then, please go beat up nasty land wolf and Nogue skeeter in cargo transportation zone. Well then, please proceed speedily. Oh, okay, Akin actually says something. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, but if we come across any creepy crawlies, I'll let you handle that, Tora. So you're gonna make Tora deal with the bugs. Thanks. This is really great. Hey, look up at the sky again. It said that when you were talking about the one guy near Fertile at the docks. Okay, that's fair. I just thought I saw something weird. Maybe I imagined. There is an area over here, but we can't go that way currently. And it's a whole explorable area, but again, we're not going to be able to go over here yet, I don't think. Unless, yeah, it's locked. So my question is this daytime yet, or is it going to take about a minute? Because, I'm just going to be real with you. Oh, wait, sorry. Did that Nopon say not safe for work? He might have, yeah. Oh, okay. I saw those pointing downward things that looked like a skybox clip, but I think it's actually a structure. Yeah, this whole thing is a structure, don't worry. Also, this entire area looks like Riven. Funnily enough, this Titan is kind of different than the ones we've been on up to this point. And it's going to be very hard to tell, but you might notice this is a very vertical Titan compared to the other Titans. As in, it goes much higher, and because unlike the more lizard-esque Titans and stuff that we've seen up to this point, this is a humanoid Titan. Like, it's structured in a lot like a human, which is kind of weird, but also, since we played Xenoblade 1, we're already kind of used to that anyways. But yes, so... I don't like this chapter, but
Plan your course of action.
there is one very good thing about it. And I'd like to let you hear it, because the volume is not always very high.
Let me see. Isn't it great we can get all this stuff right out of the ground?
Gotta be near somewhere. Gotta be near somewhere.
couldn't do it very nicely in terms of the transition there. But yeah, so that's the desert theme for this game. You were probably expecting like the Spanish guitars and that very typical desert sound, but no, I guess the Xenoblade composer was just like, you know what, let's just make the best theme of all time, and that'll be the desert theme.
Rex, Tora have to ask for friend as fellow mansman. Tora want to gain understanding of life as adventurer.
I hope you guys can actually hear what he's saying.
As an adventurer.
Rex is role model of Tora. That's why Tora want to learn everything he can about being Rex.
This is all very sudden, Tora. What's going on?
Come now, Rex. Don't feel too important. He just wants to talk.
In any case, it's not so common for Master Bond to ask something so directly.
Exactly. Tora being earnest like never before. Tora submit as evidence. This direct, unflinching eye contact.
We're just gonna stare into his eyes for a minute. Not what I was expecting, but I freaking love it. Yeah, I remember when I first got here, the first time, it was this instant like, bro, there's no way they went this hard. Again, I don't like desert areas in games ever, and part of it's because I'm kind of sick of that style of music they always play. This is one of my favorite tracks in the entire game, and I'm so glad that it's in Smash Brothers because I was scared they would skip it. Anyways, that's enough eye contact.
Your pupils are really dilated.
That's what you get, staying up all night.
All right, tonight Master Bond go to bed early.
Enough! Tora's eyes are worried of Tora. Did not matter. This important. Tora want to be like Rex. Rex, please teach Tora.
Let's see. I could say maybe it's better if Nia teaches you, but I think he would be a little bothered if I said that.
I'll teach you all that life's taught me.
Thank you! Tora cannot wait.
All right, Tora, listen up. To become a responsible adult, here's what you need to do. Firstly, you've got to take good care of your tools.
Tora very good at that. Runs Poppy's diagnostics every day.
Indeed, Master Bond keep Poppy in impeccable state of maintenance.
It would be bad if you didn't, since she's a
Secondly,
robot.
you've got to take good care of your friends. If you don't have friends to rely on, you'll be in trouble when a big job comes around.
Hum. Tora see. Tora always work alone until now, so that point still a little new to Tora.
And most importantly, number 3.
Yes?
Correctly triangulating wreckage coordinates.
Of course! Tora can see that very important. 1 moment. Wreckage coordinates?
That's right. If you mess up the coordinates, all the prep you've done goes down the drain. You might lose out on any loot you could have got otherwise.
He's talking about being a salvager if you haven't figured it out.
Rex, isn't that salvaging you're talking about?
Huh? Yeah, why?
1 moment, please. Why Rex talking about salvaging?
You wanted to know about adventure, yeah? And what greater adventure is there than salvaging?
He sounds like a librarian trying to get kids to read books. Like, what greater adventure is there than reading a book? Like, it's like the funniest thing to me.
Tora want to know driver wisdom. Have no use for salvager wisdom. There.
What?
Master Bond, it seemed that ask Rex about art of being driver not bear fruit.
After all, Rex is a rookie too.
Tora is disappointed.
I really thought you were thinking of being a salvager, Tora.
There, it's fine. Tora asked Nia.
Hang on, Tora. Let me try again.
That was a good one. I like the heart-to-hearts. They're cute. You know, I am a big fan of them. I think they're a nice addition to this game as a whole. But unfortunate as it is, I actually think instead of doing this, well, actually, give me a sec. I want to try something before we continue, because I don't want to continue into the city, considering that's going to start a chain of cutscenes, and I don't have enough time for that. But what I would like to do, real quick, actually, I guess maybe we should go to the Blade menu instead. since I'd like to take a look at Ursula, since we haven't been using her too much, and I'm kind of curious. Reviewing Ursula's heart-to-heart, go to Gormod at nighttime and start the blade bearing her. Okay. Give me a second. I do want to see... So all this is going to amount to just take care of Poppy. Not exactly, oof. Also, they're voiced unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 1. That is a nice thing about heart-to-hearts in this game, is they are voiced, and that there's no affinity requirements. You just have to have the characters and or blades involved. Do the heart-to-hearts actually have any gameplay impact like Xenoblade Chronicles 1? That's a good question. I think they have something, but I don't actually remember. Bearing her soul, the game is grounded. I didn't even realize that was a fucking pun. The game is grounded. Okay, give me a minute, because I want to see where this is located. Since I'm bad at coming across that kind of stuff. And part of the reason why she hasn't been very useful is because I haven't been able to actually do that. Let's see. Cliffs in Uriah. Oh! That's why I never found this one. That makes sense. So something I don't like about this game's heart-to-hearts, as much as it makes improvements, there are a couple of them, and it doesn't tell you this as easily. You could tell in the Blade's affinity chart, but you have to look at that. Sometimes to get a heart-to-heart to appear, you have to go to an inn or something, which is a little bit annoying. I can hear Jispy getting happy, of course. Are you surprised I even remember that she has a bear, considering it's been months since we've seen it? I mean, it'd be kind of hard to forget that she has a bear. Also, I do need to have the blade in our party, otherwise, I mean, like, where is she gonna come from? So, I'm sorry, Rock. I know you just joined our party, but we've got a bunch of blades. So, it is what it is. So, let's go to the inn, which I gotta figure out which one that building is, of course, because I think it's probably gonna be this one, since it's the only building that looks open, but hey. I just don't stay in the inns all the time, and so it's like, a lot of the time, I just won't think about it, but here, we'll take a short rest. Let me see. Oh, we can level up a bunch. But I'm alright. If only it was a panda, then I could make jokes about the bear being Ranma's dad. I guess you could do that. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, so, yeah. So now we get a heart-to-heart with Ursula, because despite the fact that these are optional blades, each of these blades not only have some exclusive heart-to-hearts, but also has their own major story quest with cutscenes and everything. What's up, Ursula? Do you want to say something? There's somewhere I'd like to go. Cobalt Cliffs, if it's okay with you.
Sleep well?
Ugh,
That's
I slept like a
Cobalt
baby.
Cliffs, huh? Okay, so the question is, where are Cobalt Cliffs? Is this a thing in this area? Uh-oh. I'm very bad at figuring out where things are located, and I don't think it'd be in Fonza Mima. You know what? I'm not even gonna... Oh, okay, yeah, so no, I'm looking in the wrong places. Of course, and if I had looked for even a second, I would have found it in like a minute. If I looked for a second, I would have found it in a minute, yeah. That's probably fair. Is Ursula a good blade? I think so. So here's the thing with the rare blades. As long as they're one of the ones that doesn't look like the robots, so like specifically, you know, if you look at like the blades, you'll notice is like you have ones with these like very clearly more human designs or more notable designs, and then you have these ones. These are generally not good, but can be useful under very, very particular circumstances. Any human ones, though, are at least going to be better than nothing. That being said, I think she's pretty okay. Right now, she's not, because I haven't upgraded her. So, well, how would I do that, actually? But yeah, she's not a bad blade. It's kind of like, there are better ones. Like, Agate is pretty good. For example, critical rate. Ooh, yeah, she's gonna lose that critical rate. I guess it doesn't really matter much, but we'll use a scale check for right now. Speaking of wrong jokes I can make, imagines Ozus going up to the bear and declaring its name is Francois and that she wants to take it home. Honestly, I think she want to take a lot of these characters. So, although, no, the stuff she thinks is cute is, like, whatever, really. The heart-to-heart's, like, right here, isn't it? Wouldn't it be funny if early game Blade gave you a quest to go to a place you could only access late game? I mean, it'd be funny, but, like, generally it's not feasible since you don't get the heart-to-hearts until you're capable of doing their quest in some sense.
Ursula, we've arrived.
Oh, this one is voice. Good.
This is the view you wanted to see, right?
That's right.
Scenery indeed very nice. But did Ursula want to see something particular?
Yes. That.
Red tree thing?
Yes. It's a saffronia tree.
Boy, they sure are bringing up these
There's an
saffronia
old
trees.
nursery rhyme about this tree.
Maybe when I first played this, I should have talked to more NPCs and done more stuff.
Oh, like a lullaby. You're pretty sensitive to music, aren't you, Ursula?
I guess. It's something I'm drawn to.
That little bit strange. Tora never hear Ursula sing. Ursula only listen to music.
Well, I like to sing, certainly. But I get nervous around people.
Ursula really very shy person, huh? Feels eyes of spectators on her.
As Tora continues to stare at her.
Sorry.
I guess I'll ask, do I make you nervous too?
Do I make you nervous too?
That very daring question. Even Tora was a little bit surprised.
I mean, like, I'm...
Phew. So it's not just me.
Okay, maybe I didn't choose correctly, but whatever.
Ursula really
There's no, like, actually bad choices, I don't think, in this game. It's just some are funnier than others, or some are more heartfelt than others.
I don't dislike you or anything, but I do find it a bit hard to feel comfortable around you. I'm sorry.
Ursula not need worry so much. When Tora first meet Rex and friends, Tora lose tongue and run out of words. Took long time to make friends.
That's not how I remember it.
So, it took you a while? Maybe I can get used to everyone in time, too. I'd really like to get comfortable with everyone, so we can really enjoy our time together.
As long as you feel that way, I'm sure it'll work out. Don't worry, these things take time.
Okay.
Nursery Rums, is this Cat Icarus now? I don't know why it's specifically that you associate things with, but okay. And we got level 1 affinity, actually. Here, let me go to that. So, I'm curious. Somehow the core crystal bonded to both a girl and her bear. I honestly, again, I said this before, we know nothing about Ursula. Like, or not Ursula, her bear. Like, he's just a complete, like, I don't know. Enigma, I guess, is probably what you would call it. Okay, so, yeah, now, I figured it was going to Gormott at night. I didn't know at nighttime, so I'm glad I checked that. So, now we're gonna go to Gormott, and we're gonna start her quest, which, there's a reason I want to do this as early as we are, which we'll be discussing in a second. So, it looks like Ursula's mouth is barely moving, perhaps an homage to Wii Xenoblade. It was moving okay. Speaking of Wii Xenoblade, the texture loading was really funny to me. Yeah, it didn't take a few minutes for Tora and Rex to become friends, the bestest buddy for life. They definitely became friends pretty quickly. It was not long. Let's go to system. We'll change the time real quick because it's got to be nighttime. And that'll start the quest for Ursula. Bearing her soul.
What's that sound?
It's Gormati folk music. The instrument's called a Toriganda.
It's what that girl is playing. She's pretty talented.
Truly a balm for the soul.
Hey, Ursula, how are you liking the music? Huh? It's good.
It's good. That's all you have
Come
to
to
say.
think of it, you're a bit of a musician yourself, right, Ursula?
Why don't you introduce yourself? Oh, no. I won't, I think.
Hey there, Blade!
Huh?
think she means Ursula.
Go make friends.
Yes. You look like a musician. Want to try playing my Torigonda?
I'm back.
I hope
Oh,
things
thank
went
you.
well.
In the middle of a cutscene, I really appreciate
Not
it.
sure how.
Hey, don't be shy. Give it a go.
Although it's perfect timing, considering what we're gonna have to
I
do.
hate to impose.
Nah, do it. Go ahead. You're one of us. So if you're interested in something, well, that makes us interested too.
Hey, let's all go over and look.
Okay.
They call it tabula rasa. I didn't actually pay attention to the name of the instrument.
You're really great at playing that thing.
Well, thanks. My family make Torigondas.
It's
So I've been
Torigondas,
around
so-
them since I was just a baby. Playing one of these is simple, like talking for me.
Ah, that's so cool.
I've still got a fair bit to learn, though. Grown-ups around here can play and sing at the same time. Maybe you can, miss. Well, that's what your eyes seem to be saying anyway. I'd like to play something. But I'm just a bit too shy, maybe. It's okay. There aren't many people here.
Yes, go
Except
on.
for our
Give
large
it a
group of
go.
friends here
Can't hurt.
that you've admitted already that
Yeah.
you're not 100% comfortable
We'd
around.
love to hear your playing, Ursula.
Here goes. Just a little taste. Yeah!
Unfortunately, we cannot hear the vocals because they I guess, didn't want to go through that. But what sucks is I was wondering whether this was just a thing Chugga Conroy did in his Let's Play. If they had the voice, but no, I guess it's
Seems
just
the
something he
people
did in his
here
Let's Play.
appreciate it.
Let's Play. Oh yeah, she's not gonna like that. Mind you, I didn't actually watch most of the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stuff from him. I only listened to it, so I don't know the context for most things.
What? Don't stop.
That last bit was so good too. Is that it?
A moment of friends' time, please. Meh, who is friend? Me, I'm Tippy Tappy, music producer. Some people find name a bit on nose, so instead everyone call me T-Taps. Pleased to make acquaintance. Right, so, T-Taps, what do you want? Want? Oh, me just become captivated by song of this here young lady. Young lady? You mean Ursula? Oh, so name of friends is Ursula. Friend Ursula, me feel enraptured when hear your song. T-Taps thinks friend's song could bring all of all rest to knees. What think, friend? How about capture hearts of world with me? Friend Ursula, your song have immense power. I couldn't possibly... too shy. It's just too much. No, please. Such wonderful song deserve to be sung. Be sure everything goes splendidly. But... why don't you give it a try, Ursula? But... no, I agree. Just do it. You're shy, and that's fine, but this would be a chance to try something different. That's true, but I didn't think I needed anything different. You've all become my friends, and it's great to just talk. And I've been holding my own in battles, keep helping our side. But the idea of singing just feels... fine is fine. Tora also wants to hear Ursula sing more. Guys, she clearly doesn't want to do this. I wouldn't mind another listen either. If you're all sure, then I guess I could give it a try. That's great news. Then let us make preparations quickly. Studio of T-Taps is located in Argentum, not far from Rumbletum Canteen. We go on ahead and lay plans. When friends ready, come meet. Hey, miss. You'll be singing again, won't you? Yes, it seems I will. Then here, take this Toraganda. Huh? You played her with such joy and zeal. I think she'd be more than happy for you to use her again. Are you sure? I told you before, didn't I? We make Tornagandas, so we've got loads more back at home. Dad said it was a masterpiece when he'd finished it, but with so many, he won't even notice it's gone. That's... Don't worry about it, I say. Anyways, you'll need an instrument, won't you? Okay then, but let's just call it a loan. I'll be sure to return it someday. It really shouldn't be a big deal. But fine, as you wish. If that's what you want, miss, then okay. Thank you. I really hope I can hear you play again sometime soon. Bearing her soul. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, so an oversized guitar. So for all we know, the bear might just be some psychic construct or her security blanket or something. Yeah, kinda. The instrument's called Toraganda. I memorized it instantly because it sounded like a name a Japanese warlord would have. Oh, a cute kitty girl with an adorable accent. Yeah, of course she would say that, just me. Yeah, Ursula, we'd love to hear you playing, just so long as you don't end up having to steal your singing voice from a mermaid or something. I was never too into The Little Mermaid. I'm gonna be real. It was never really, like, a thing I was that, like, interested in, I guess. Let's see. I didn't actually pay attention to what he said, so we'll just go to Lamore in for right now, since that's like a middle ground. Oh no, a music producer definitely has a body count. I don't think this is that kind of music producer. He seems a little bit more genuine at bare minimum.
So, where to now?
Okay. So that tells me we're going to be doing a lot of side quests from now on. Oh, friend Ursula, thank you for coming. Everything now taken care of. So, first please come here and sign contract document. Is there any chance we are being deceived? Poppy also find this shady. Something not smell right. It'll be fine, don't worry so much. Look, it took Ursula a while to get into this idea, but now she's got a chance to share her talent with the world. We should be more supportive. I guess if there's any problems, we can deal with them as and when. Very good. Now, contract all set. We can begin with building foundation of stardom. Friend Ursula, we will pick up pace, so try not to fall behind, eh? Absolutely. First of all, we need a voice that captivate audience. We need a powerful vocal. Next, we also need powerful image, which draw attention. And finally, to stay calm on stage, we need powerful spirit. Not to worry, T-Taps teach Friend all about it. Yes, sir. For time being, we say Friend Ursula is level 1 across all fields. That's harsh. In case Friend Nia curious, Nia have vocals level -5, image level -2, and soul level 5. Watch it! Be kid. Anyways, first goal is to raise all areas to level 2. If Friend want to know levels, just talk to T-Taps. Alright, let lessons begin! You notice suddenly, new Merc mission. New Merc mission. New Merc mission. How about we go look?
Simple task, really.
Well, firstly at crane repairs, because I guess they're back. They gave us some EXP and some gold, so not bad. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you came back at a perfect time. It's also going to unlock the later levels for these guys, but like I'm never going to use them, so it doesn't matter. So, these aren't too bad, about 10 minutes each. But we are going to have to make sure that we give Ursula the ability to go to these quests every time. And there's a lot of them. In fact, I think this is something that might take 40 in-game hours to do, which is not great in some senses. But that's just if we want to actually fill out her full affinity chart, mind you. So we're going to start on this, which I guess, Rock, you are back in the party. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we're going to be doing this for a while. And I guess with that, we'll put her on a vocal lesson. We also need at least one more humanoid. You know what? Azami seems like she'd be really good in a band. You know, she's got that scary vibe that some people really like. Squad name Ursula's New Groove.
We are Ursula's New Groove, and we'll do what we can. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I'm sure this will make for good vocal lessons. And yes, we are going to have to complete a lot of these if we ever want to actually finish bearing her soul. A lot of the Blade quests are not like this. This one is just special. It's why when I first got here, you might have noticed my reaction was really over the top in some ways. It's because I knew that because we got her, I was gonna have to do this quest. So we get to do this quest as we're playing the game, and it's hopefully gonna be finished by the end. What's a more powerful image than a cute girl on a polar bear? That's fair. And I can already hear T-Taps drinking while singing his own song. I like that name. It is pretty good. I like Ursula's New Groove. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Was gonna make a joke, but I got surprised by Ursula's New Groove. Okay, we are aware of the Disney reference potential. Yeah, it's also a pretty good movie, so... we're gonna save the game, since I think this is probably a good... Why didn't I just stay on the save thing? This is probably a good place to end off at. Especially because I gotta go to church soon. Let's see, how long have we been going? 2 hours. It's not bad. That was about how streams used to be when I first started, so it's not like it's that bad of a length. But yeah, so we made some good progress. We got through some story content, and we started a big side quest. And from here on, we will be doing more of the Blade quests, which unfortunately means this playthrough will take a lot longer than it normally would have. I'm not going to do all of them, okay? I'm not that insane. Don't worry. That being said, because on my first playthrough, I honestly kind of skipped a lot of those. I want to experience them. It's kind of like how when we streamed Xenoblade 1, I went out of my way to do a lot of the side quests because I didn't do that on my first playthrough. So that's going to be one of the things that's going to be neat about this is I actually don't know a lot of the quests for a lot of the Blades, and so we're going to find them out together. But yeah, I just imagine T-Tap singing, "The waiting is the hardest..." Oh, of course you're saying the waiting is the hardest part. It is going to be the hardest part because we're not going to get to use her very much while she's doing that. I want to hear what kind of music Ursula's New Groove puts out. What kind of genre do you think they focus on? I don't know what the genre even would be. Her music is very slow-paced and, like, kind of ethereal sounding, I guess. Also, I like her idol animation. Adenine is real goofy, I guess, so when it comes to that. So, it is very cute. I also like Nia punching the air. It's always a good detail. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of those. I hope you don't mind because it's sure going to be present. And as I said, next week what I might try is streaming kind of later in the day. And in fact, what I might do is Wednesday night after I get back from something, which it'll be a little late, I might try and stream and see how that goes. I'm not definitively sure it's going to happen since Wednesday night I'm kind of tired, and I'm not sure what time that would be for Jispy is the problem, since I don't even know when he goes to bed. But it would be, like, right now is 5:25 my time, and I would be thinking around 8 o'clock is probably when I would stream on Wednesday if I was going to do it. So I guess I'll ask now if you're okay with that, Jispy, or not. And then I'll probably do something similar on, like, Friday night or something, Saturday night, one of them. You know, I want to start making some more progress on this. That way we don't have as many issues with this. He goes to sleep whenever. We repeat the question. So, like, it's 5:25 my time now, and I was thinking that maybe on Wednesday I'll stream at, like, 8 o'clock or whatever. Like, just kind of to stream 8 o'clock my time, so that would be about 2.5 hours from now, and I was checking to see whether you'd even be awake at that time. Dude can fall asleep at 3 in the afternoon. Yeah, honestly, he falls asleep whenever. It's kind of crazy. You know, I'm sorry, you know, you just don't have as good of an idol animation as Adenine here, Agate. You know, we got a lot of A's in our party currently. See, I've been trying to make a consistent thing of going to sleep at 8 to 9 p.m. my time. It's 7:25 my time currently. Okay, so that is the one thing, is basically, like, I guess that's a fair thing to do, and if that's the best decision, that's the best decision. But that being said, it is like, if we don't want to have streams be very frequently, just be like a couple hours a week in total, then it's like then I'd have to play it later because I'm not willing. That are very, very early in the morning, because otherwise I wouldn't want to ruin my my excitement for, you know, working on the game. Also, I always stay awake for streams regardless, even when I'm stupid sleepy. I guess we could do a late night one or an early morning one. I'll update you guys once we get a little closer to that. You know, so that's that. Also, play Bug Fables. It's really good. Anyways, yeah.
Adventuring
You know.
is all well and good, but don't forget to get enough
And
sleep.
now you don't even have an excuse. You can't even say, "Oh, I don't own it." All of you own it. I know you do because I bought it for you. You know, so play Bug Fables is very good. I would if I have it. You own it, geek. I gifted it you on Steam. That's what you're saying is you're bugging me to play Bug Fables. Yes. Although, actually, before I go real quick, I got a question for you, Jispy. Because, like, I notice that, like, whenever you play games, you don't usually finish much of the stuff you play. You tend to start a lot of games, but I have never heard you say, I just finished blank. You always say, like, I just started playing blank. Do you finish games ever? Because, like, I don't know, I just was thinking about that the other day, and I was curious, because it's like, I've never seen you say you finished something recently. But yeah, either way, Geek, you own the game. You have it on Steam. I gifted it to you. I'm pretty sure you accepted it as well, if I remember correctly. Say, lately I've been bad about not finishing games. I say lately, but it's been my shame for years now. Maybe you need to finish it then. You know? Maybe you need to sit down and, like, finish a game. A good one. And, like pick something and just play through the whole thing instead of jumping from thing to thing and losing interest, you know? Because you can't build patience for playing things the whole way through if you never try to. But it's an RPG, and you're playing Phantasy Star Online 2. That's an RPG, geek. So, like, you're playing RPGs. I haven't even finished the 3 RPGs I have on my channel. Yeah, but, like, I don't know if you're even going to be finishing those anyways. Whereas Bug Fables, you don't need to Let's Play. You could just play the game as is. The last game I finished was this cheap game called Intruders Hide and Seek, and that was a combination of being interested in the story and the game actually being short. Well, play a full RPG then, like a regular RPG, not like the modern ones, but like Bug Fables, which is only at most about 30 hours if you're doing every single side quest in the game imaginable, which I did do, and I'm going to be doing the post-game ones too because it's very good. PSO2 is an action RPG. Okay, well Bug Fables is also an action RPG. There's plenty of action. You have to put in inputs and everything. Also, at this point, I don't think it's even worth finishing Paper Mario 64, considering, like, if you've been away from it for this long, it's like, what's the point? Like, it's gonna be completely lost on you, I guess, the impact. Like, for me, I can't go long stretches of time between playing a game. Like, I need to play it back-to-back within a certain time, or I start losing interest. I start losing focus. But yeah, I am trying to fix this issue and actually finishing games. Okay, well, you got a good opportunity then, so maybe you should get on that with a game. It doesn't need to be Bug Fables, but you know, I'm gonna say Bug Fables because that's the one I'm playing. Well, I guess finished, but still playing because I want to beat the rest of it recently, and it's very good. So you know. Also, so what you're saying is next time I stream, I should play Space Quest 4. I mean, yeah, probably since you started that. Although you didn't make it very far, so in that case, I don't think it's that big of a deal if you ended up starting something new. Plus, PSO2 has a story that I'm kind of invested in with combat that I have to be invested in. I mean, like, has a story I'm invested in. I mean, like, yeah, if you start another RPG, you might also get invested in it. You know, you have to let yourself get invested. You have to try it before you can get invested. That's just how it works.
News, but
oh, well, I guess we sat here for long enough for Ursula to come back. So I guess we'll send her on another one for right now. I'm going to be ending the stream soon. 300 EXP, not bad.
We've still got a long way to go, Barry.
You do indeed. 'Cause we're just starting. Let's grab Ursula. And we need another female. And then I guess we're going for another Ice Blade.
Got it.
We are Ursula's new groove, and we'll do what we can.
I love the combat that lets me move around.
Yes.
Well, then play more Xenoblade then.
Heart and soul
And that
into it.
means I have to
Just
let
show me
Metroid
the
Prime
way.
sit in my backlog. I mean, are you planning to play Metroid Prime right now? I find it weird that a lot of games I've streamed so far have been point and clicks. Yeah, I don't know why you don't, like, do an RPG or something. You did Super Mario RPG, but you were saying you were going to do Xenogears, and you haven't done it yet. And, like, I want to see Xenogears. You know, I want to see what the deal is. I might as well save the game. Probably could have just done that from that menu, but whatever. We're doing it this way. So, anyways, I'm going to end the stream here, because I got to get moving. I got to put some baked potatoes in the oven. That way I've got food for tonight, too, since I want to save the food I cooked for tomorrow. See, I mean, I was once I finished with that awful class. I guess that's fair. But in all honesty, I was thinking of switching to either Xenogears or Castlevania Symphony of the Night. The latter because it's another game I started but did not finish. I think it'd be better to do Xenogears personally, but that's because I'm more interested in Xenogears. But that's just me. So either way, of course, the 16-bit guy is planning to play these PS1 games. Yeah, I guess that's fair. But either way, I guess with that, I'm going to head out because I need to get some baked potatoes in the oven. The thing is, Xenogears is long. Yeah, that is kind of the thing with it. So I don't know, which I have, and then got immediately swamped with the tornado. That is a problem. Like, I remember it being 80 hours my first time through. Oh, okay, maybe it's not a good idea to stream it then. Either way, you should finish some more games instead of just playing them for like an hour and then quitting, because otherwise you're not going to get the satisfaction from them if you don't sit down and engage with them. That being said, I'm gonna head out, so I'll see you guys on Thursday for our usual meetup thing, and I will finish Paper Mario. Yeah, we'll see, geekies. We'll see. But before all else, I need to sleep and hope this sore throat is gone in the morning. I hope so too. So I'll pray for you to get healed tonight. Then, you know, to get over your sickness, so you don't have to deal with it. You just wait and see, and we will. Either way, see you guys later.